Okay, testing the sound real quick to make sure we're on and we're live. Okay, testing. All right, good. Well, hey everybody, welcome to my longarming room down here. This is the overflow of my studio, so I wanted to kind of show you around down here and show you what I'm working on. So if you are just joining us, please comment hi and where you're watching from. I'd love to know where you are and where are you at in your quilting journey, or what are you working on? I would love to know more about you. So please leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. So I'm working on my quilt that we just did for the most recent class that we have on our website. It's the log cabin quilt class. And I'm quilting these cute little bunnies on it because it's all Easter fabric. So I'm hoping to get it done before Easter so we can use it or display it or something. And so I'm working on getting those all done. I'm using a cute variegated thread that's all pastel colors and it's just working out perfectly. Also, I'm using a minky backing, which is a super soft, and you probably can't see that in the camera. Super, super soft cuddle fabric in that pretty coral color. So having fun doing that. And then so you can kind of see this is our new long arm. We've got our computerized system set up, and I love this light bar my husband built for me. So nice. And then if we go over here, you can see the other long arm. This was our original long arm that we bought a few years ago. And we're kind of debating if we want to keep it or if we're going to sell it. So we're kind of leaning more towards selling it. So if you have been wanting a long arm, this might be a good purchase for you because it is gently used. So it's a lot less expensive than a brand new one. It's not computerized. It's just all hand guided. I think I'm going to throw in all of the paper pantographs that I had with that because we don't need that with this new long arm anymore. And also the red snappers will come with it as well. So if you are interested in this new used long arm, we're going to put this up for sale. It's really fun to drive. It's so easy and lightweight, and it has it's not plugged in, but it has another little light here, so it's got really good lighting so you can see what you're quilting on, and it's just super easy. It's a 12-foot frame, so much fun. And you can see the farm girl quilt there, and over here in the back, that's the Underground Railroad quilt. That was the first class that we taught here. So yeah, this is my long arming room / family room. This room has been amazing. We've used it for so many different things. We had our classes down here when I did classes, and hey Amanda, thanks for joining. She was actually one of the first in this classroom, and we had 5 6-foot tables set up down here with sewing machines and ironing boards and cutting areas, and it was so much fun. I miss doing that so much. So hopefully now that our state is opening up a little bit more, maybe we can get back to in-person classes. Please, Lord, please. I can't wait to see everybody again and be able to sew with you. It would be so much fun. So I thought I would just kind of work on my long arm here, and you can hang out and watch. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment those and I'll check those. Make sure that you go check out the newest class that's online at journeybackquilts.com, and then you'll click classes, and then it's that log cabin quilt class. And there's more information on there, pricing and all the things that you're going to need. We do have some quilt kits left available if you would like a quilt kit, so you don't even have to think about all the fabrics that you're going to need. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun. I have to tell you, the perks of doing a virtual class like this is that if you are too busy, or you might get overwhelmed easily, or whatever, maybe you're a midnight quilter and you just can't go to a class because there's no midnight quilting classes, right? Not yet, at least, right? And well, this class would be perfect for you then, because you can just do it at your own pace. Each lesson is broken down individually so that you can see exactly what you need to do for each step, and makes it really easy. I'm going to do a classroom tour in the show and tell page. So if you're watching this from the show and tell page, thanks for watching. If you're not, go ahead to that page now, and we will continue this video for a while, and then I'll jump in there in a new live showing you what the classroom looks like. So, hi Beth, thanks for joining today. So I'm just kind of showing off my long arming room here and what I'm working on, and let's get going. So I'm having a couple little thread breaking problems here, so I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it might be this variegated thread isn't happy with going towards the right. So let's see if we can get this baby to keep going. Oop. Grabbing threads. There we go. See if I can get you closer here so you can see what's going on. Aren't those bunnies cute? I am a huge bunny lover. We had a couple bunnies that just passed away. The last one passed away last July. He was 6 years old. And people don't realize this, but bunnies are a lot like cats in that they are litter box trainable. And they're super sweet. They're definitely a high maintenance pet, but they are so sweet. So soft and cuddly. And playful too. If you are really patient and kind and calm with them, eventually they will even lick you. Just like a puppy. It's so funny. See if I can move my tripod over a little bit so you can see it. So sorry I'm taking you for a ride. Oop, we broke thread. Lovely thread break sensor tells me what's going on, which is so helpful because then I can be upstairs in my studio working on something while this is just stitching everything out for me. But I'm not happy that it keeps breaking thread going this direction. Long arms are great, but they're still a machine and they're not perfect. So you know what? I bet I need a new needle. Let me just change that out real quick. Maybe that's the problem. make sure I get the needle facing the correct way. There's this little groove in the needle of a long arm that you have to get facing straight. It's not like a domestic sewing machine that has a flat spot on the back of the shank of the needle. It is totally round all the way through, so you can adjust it if needed, but most of the time you want it completely straight. And I'm still off just a little too much. Okay, and let's pick up the bobbin thread. And it really got stuck. Little stinker. There we go. So when it does that, I'll just back it up a few stitches and have it start over so it stitches over that spot. So now I'm going to tell the computer to keep going, but to move it. Otherwise it starts over at the beginning. We don't want that. Okay. It's not liking that point for some reason, so let's go to this point. Come on. There we go. Then it shifts it into the spot that it needs to be so that it's right over where it stitched before. That way I don't start off to the side. And pick up my bobbin thread, and then I just hold both of those thread tails and let it tie those threads, and it just keeps going. All right, hopefully it'll behave now. Hopefully you can see what's going on here. Well, it seems much happier with that needle, knock on wood. Hopefully it'll keep going. Sometimes it'll break thread like that if the quilt top is too tight on the leaders, but this one's pretty loose. You hear little Macy going crazy. So we are a smoke-free home and cat-free home, but we do have a little small dog. So just for your information, if you're going to send your quilt to us, just in case you're allergic to puppies. But we make sure your quilt stays safe from puppies and dog hair free and all that kind of stuff. We take care of your quilt as if it was our own. All right, so now we're done with that row. So we're going to lock those stitches. And then I'm going to pick up the bobbin thread. Okay, let me grab my scissors. Where'd I put them? All right, so I'm going to unclamp it and roll it back. So let me back you up here so you can see how I do that. All right, can you kind of see everything? Boy, this thing is wobbly. Okay, I'm going to unclamp that, and then I'm going to mark one spot of my quilting design with a pin. Something kind of in the middle with a point to it. Let's go right here. And then I'm going to roll it up. Okay, about there. And then I tighten the bottom of it again and hook them all back up. And this is one of my favorite parts of this long arm, is that you can lift this entire bar up so that you can check your batting is straight. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Okay. That way I make sure everything's straight, there's no wrinkles. And then get it all straightened back out. And now I'm going to base the edges so that the long arm, when it goes over the edges, because I like to quilt just off of the edge a little bit. That way we get the entire quilt quilted and it doesn't stop short of that. And just depending on the quilt, sometimes I start that process down here to baste up there if there's a lot of fullness in it, or just depends on what the quilt is telling me it needs. Okay. Come on. Clip those threads. And then we'll move down here and base this side. I'm sorry, you're just seeing me from the back here. You're not seeing exactly what I'm doing. Let's see if I move you, if you can see it better. Sorry to keep moving you around though. Okay, there you can probably see it better. Oop, if I don't tip you over. All right, how's that? Okay, so I just locked those stitches in place there. No, I didn't. Let's try that again. Pick up the bobbin, lock them in place. All right. And I'm just using a basting stitch, which is about 3 inches, 3 stitches per inch or something like that. Okay. I have little snipper scissors on either end of my long arm on a magnet so that I have them at my reach whenever I need it. So, And I'm just going to take a little roller to this and get all those threads and whatever else is on there off. But where did I put it? Oh, there it is. And using white fabric, you can see if there is a thread stuck underneath of it, if it's really dark. And so I have one right here that I'm going to lift the bar back up and grab it, because I don't want to quilt over that and then have it there forever. It would drive me crazy. Sometimes you can't help it if there's threads like on the edges of this, if there was some of this colored pink poking out from here and it's still attached to this. Sometimes you can't get away with it, but there's one right here that's just floating all by itself. So I'm going to go grab that one. So I might have to move you back a little bit so I can move that bar up. All right, got it. That's another handy thing with that bar that moves. So nice. Okay, got a couple threads to snip. Okay, so exactly where I put that pin is where I'm going to put my needle and line it up, and then I'm going to tell the computer where it is. So if you want to see that, let me move you over here. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but you can kind of see the gist of everything. So I'm going to DQ that one, and my needle is right here. So I'm going to tell it is right there, apply, and it moves my sew zone down a little bit. So now that these bunnies are in the next row, but each of these rows is just one, and here's another one. So I can probably squeeze these two in together by joining them. So I'm going to link those. There. So now I have a start position here and a stop position here. And this grayed out area, if you can see that, is my sew zone. So it's going to sew this row of bunnies, and then it's going to come down here and sew that row. Pretty cool. Okay, then we're going to tell it to go, except I need to change my stitch length from 3 to 11. And now we're going to tell it to go. Okay, so it's building the profile, and then the machine is going to move all by itself. And you can see on the back the fluffiness of this Minky and how it's stitched around everything. You can just see that the stitching just pops. It's so cool. Voila. I joke with my son, who is a huge Star Wars fan, that I'm using the Force to move it. He goes, "Oh, Mom." Hey, now it's going to stitch out the next row. Pretty cool, huh? Well, thanks for joining me today. Let me see who all is here. I'm doing this through my phone this time instead of the computer, so it's a little weird. Hi, Rob. Thanks for watching. And Brooke, Reba. Hi, Melissa. Is it Inga or Maria? Thanks for watching. Sorry if I butchered your name. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Jennifer and Beth and Amanda. Thanks, guys, for watching me do this. Sorry I took you on a ride with all of the moving of the tripod here, and I hope that this was entertaining at least to you. And we're gonna go to the Your Quilting Journey show and tell page next. I'm going to show you a peek inside the online classroom so you can see exactly how we set up that that lesson. So I hope that you'll join me in the next video. I'll see you there in probably 10 minutes or so. All right, see you soon. Bye.